I'm Helen and I'm a Conciliation Officer. The ACCS, or the Accident Compensation Conciliation Service, is here as a first step to assist injured workers and their work cover agent or employer to resolve disputes involving workers' compensation claims. Conciliation is a free service. Our role is to bring the parties together, to encourage discussion, to help them see each other's point of view and assist them in reaching an agreement. We're independent, we don't take sides. Our aim is to avoid the dispute being referred to a court unnecessarily. So it's up to everyone to try and resolve the dispute before it gets to that level. We're not a court, and I'm not a judge. Conciliation officers have limited powers to make decisions. We don't like to talk about winning or losing. It's about trying to find outcomes that everyone can accept. Unfortunately, sometimes that's not always possible. We can't always reach an agreement on the day, but we try our best. The system is designed to reduce the stress and the time and the costs for everyone. A matter usually can't be referred to court unless you've come here first and done your best to resolve the dispute. So if an agreement really can't be reached, we can provide you with a document that allows you to take it to court. I've actually got a conciliation conference coming up now.
Yeah, this is my first time at the Conciliation Service. I had a few issues that we couldn't resolve with the work cover agent and my employer, so here we are. When I sent off that request for conciliation form, I thought it would all happen pretty quickly, but it actually took a number of weeks to get the conference organised, which was good because when I got the letter with the appointment, it gave me enough time to get all my paperwork in order, especially the medical reports. Did you bring that first one, the one from the GP?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one.
There you go. So I've got copies of all the documents for our reference.
That was the first thing I had to do. Fill in a consent form and get that sent off to all my doctors.
And the physio.
Physio's a doctor, so. All the medical reports got sent off to the conciliation people before the conference.
So we've got copies for them, copies for us just in case, and we've got all the paperwork they sent us.
Oh, and my notes, yeah. I made some notes, just questions that I wanted to ask, that sort of thing. So far, the hardest bit's been parking. They said the conference could go for an hour and a half, so we've got a 2-hour park. So I got the park, got the paperwork, we're all set.
Got me too.
Got Soph too, which is good. I get nervous, so they said I could have a support person there. They actually said that we could have 2 support people, Soph as a personal support and a worker's assistant who's meeting us in there.
And that ACCS website really helped. It was good, wasn't it? And also the brochure that came with the DVD.
Yeah, it answered a few questions. It helped, actually. So, onwards and upwards.
We might have multiple meetings going on in these rooms at any time, so we try and keep it as informal as possible. We have tea and coffee if people want it. We try to ensure that people are comfortable. It can be stressful, but conciliation's about an open dialogue between all the parties involved, and in the majority of cases, the dispute is resolved here. We also stop for breaks if people need it. Sometimes it can get a bit emotional for people, or if someone's been injured, they may not be able to sit still for very long. Either way, we're here to make it as easy as we can. It's usually pretty straightforward as long as everyone comes prepared. We send out letters to the workers that sets out exactly what they need to have completed and returned to us before they come in, as well as anything they need to bring along on the day. They can also call us here at the Conciliation Service if they have any questions about the process before they come in. They won't always speak to a conciliation officer assigned to their case, but there's plenty of people here who can give them assistance. We can arrange interpreters for anyone, employers or workers. They just need to advise us of their needs well in advance of the conference date. We deal with a wide range of nationalities here, so if someone needs help communicating, we can make that happen. If someone has requested an interpreter, it's always a good idea to arrive about 15 minutes early so everyone has a chance to meet before the conference. And of course, we also expect that everyone arrives prepared to listen to the other side. So ideally, the parties should reach their own resolution.
Oh, thanks. We have to meet Anna. She's my, what does she say?
Assistant.
Assistant, yeah. I mean, I've got Soph here as a personal support, which is good. But they reckon it's a good idea to have someone here who knows how the conciliation process works as well. So you can choose someone from your union, but if you're not in a union, then work cover assist if you want.
And apparently, if you want to have a few support people, you just have to make sure everyone's okay with that. I guess so they don't end up with a room full of people.
They even said we could have our own lawyer if we wanted, as long as everyone else agreed.
But hopefully we'll get it sorted without any lawyers at all.
Yeah, hopefully.
We often know the agents and the workers' assistant. It's because we all deal with each other on a regular basis. Of course, everyone stays professional and we remain impartial. That's our job.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Simon. I'm from your work cover agent.
Simon, Bruce, did I talk to you about the claim?
That would have been someone from my office. I just deal with conciliation. So thanks for coming in early. Allows us to have a quick chat before the conference.
Yeah, so how involved am I in this? Do I just let you do the talking?
Well, I'm here to explain work cover's decision, but you should be prepared to put your case forward. Everyone's included in the discussions.
Right, okay.
Looks like Jim's met with his assistant. That's good. Well, it's almost time to gather the parties and do the introductions.
Look, we've got different opinions, sure, I mean, that's why we're here, but I don't see it as a contest. I see it as a chance to raise the issues and hopefully get everything sorted. I have to go in now.
Okay. Let me just start by introducing all the parties involved and reminding everyone of the purpose of our meeting today and what my role is. My role is not to judge. I can't say who's right or wrong. It's to help the discussion so that some kind of resolution can be reached. Now, we're here to discuss the decision notice and all parties will get a chance to put their thoughts and perspectives forward, so try not to interrupt. Even if you hear something you don't agree with, just hold on until it's your turn. We'll also probably break at some stage for some private discussions. If you do need a break, just ask for one. And I'll need mobile phones turned to off, not silent, off, okay? At the end of the conciliation process today, there are a number of different outcomes that we can expect. My aim is that we reach an agreement through our discussions. If we can't, there are a number of other possible outcomes. The dispute can go to court. I can refer the matter to the medical panel, or we can adjourn to a later date. If the matter does go before the medical panel, that decision is final. Okay? Let's start by introducing ourselves and we'll begin with the decision notice. My name is Helen and I'm the conciliation officer. Whilst it's important that everyone is ready to listen, it's also very important that both parties are prepared to communicate as well. They can't just sit back and let their agent or assistant talk for them. This is their opportunity to put forward their point of view. Some people like to write things down to help them remember. All right, so at this point, Jim, I'd like to ask you to respond to what you've heard so far.
I've got my version of what happened here, so. On the day of the incident...
And of course, we're here to discuss both sides, so the employer and their agent will also be expected to contribute.
Yeah, I respect Jim's point of view and that there was some confusion about what steps were taken and when, but it doesn't change our initial stand.
And hopefully, once everyone has put forward their thoughts, we can work on finding a resolution.
That was okay. Not as scary as I thought it might have been. It was a good thing we got that paperwork sorted early, otherwise it might have been much harder.
And now we know what the next steps are, which is good. And we've got the expenses sorted out too.
Is that all the costs so far?
No, that's just for attending today's conciliations. So they gave us some reimbursement forms and we'll get them filled out. And they just said, give them a call if we've got any questions.
So, all in all, I guess not too bad. As long as you're prepared, then you're starting with your best foot forward, aren't you?
Jim was a little nervous to start with, but that's natural. And I think he was fine once the meeting got started. He had all his papers and certificates in order, which really helps the process. Plus, he had both kinds of support. He had personal support from his wife and expert support from the worker's assistant. Getting that extra guidance from someone who's familiar with the system and the process really makes all the difference. Look, not everything can be resolved in one session and things don't always go the way that people hope. But as long as people have read the information that we've sent them, ask any questions that they need to and come prepared, then we're in a pretty good starting position. I've actually got another conference to prepare for, so better go. Bye.